This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, hi, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let us start. So yesterday we were discussing regarding the condition records maintenance, right? So let us see. We were able to discuss regarding the info record and we started with the condition records. So let me go to the condition records maintenance. We already started working upon it. Let me try to. So condition records will be used to, condition record will normally be used to maintain prices, but there will be various permutations and combinations of the parameters based on which you are going to maintain the condition records. So we were able to maintain for the combination of, let me see whether the system is working or not. Let me go to the system. And yesterday we were able to see for contract and the contract item. So the condition record maintenance. And today let me try to maintain for some of the other parameters. So I will go to the India 1, 2, 3. So I will go to the MEK1 and the condition type is PB00. I will go to the key combination. So yesterday we were able to maintain for the outline agreement item and plant and the outline agreement number. We also try to maintain for the contract and the contract item. So plant info record per order unit. Let us try to do it this one. Okay, so the vendor is, let us say, 7030 and the material. Let me see what is the material. I think we need to create a material. Let us try to create the material. We will see. I will go to the MM01 and we will try to maintain LHAL. Let us see. So I will try to create a material X123. Will not work, I think. I will go to MM01 ROH. Let us see, we will be able to create ROH. I think number range exhausted for all these things. Now let me try to create a material ERS here. We will see. X123. For all these materials, I think packaging material we will see MM01 and I will put VERP. I think for all these materials, the number range already exhausted. Which material we will be able to create now? What else we have? Let us see. Try to create Hava material. Okay, so we will take any one of the existing material. Just leave this. I will go to MM60 and I will be able to see the existing material. So the plant is IN47. I can take and I will click on execution button. So I will take any one of the material. I can take C100. So I will take C100 and the purchase organization is IN47. Info record category. So info record category is standard procurement. I can create a standard procurement. Then plant is IN47 and here you have the ordering unit. Ordering unit is each EA. So we are going to maintain the info condition records for the combination of the vendor, material, purchase organization, info record category, and the plant and the ordering unit combination. Right, unit is INR. So I can maintain this. So like this. Like this, you have various combinations and permutations based upon which you can maintain the prices. Again, if I want to maintain for the material info record combination, I can go over here. And here only vendor, material, purchase organization and info record. There is no plant, there is no ordering unit. Okay, so vendor is 7030, material and info record category. Only 4 parameters are there. 200 INR. So like this, I can maintain the prices by using the info condition records for various parameter elements, for various combination of the parameters elements. So with this, we were able to complete. If I wanted to change the condition records, how I will change? I will go to the MEK2 transaction code, purchasing, master data, conditions, prices, no other, right? Other. I will go to the other. MEK2 is the change. Let us say I want to change something. I maintain the info record for a particular material. I just want to change over here. So I can make some changes over here like this. Earlier I maintained, let us say 100 price. So now I will be able to maintain 250 rupees as a price. So like that, I can maintain the info record. I can change the info record. I want to display the info record. I will go to MEK3. So MEK3 is the display transaction code for the info record. Okay, so now with this, we were able to complete the master data. Okay, so what master data we were able to, what topics we were able to complete till now? So we were able to complete the organizational structure. We were able to complete the procure to pay cycle, right? P2P cycle. We were able to discuss the P2P cycle. Then we were able to discuss the version history of SAP. Version history. Initially, then we were able to discuss the P2P cycle. Then we were able to discuss the organization structure. Then we were able to discuss various master data like SAP MM master data like material master, then vendor master we were able to discuss, then we were able to discuss service master, then we were able to discuss the info record and the condition records. Info record and condition records. Then source list, then quota arrangement. So these are the topics which we were able to discuss till now. So any doubts on these topics? Any doubts upon these topics till now? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Are you able to practice?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
ఎందుకని అసలు ఏం ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయలేదు ఇంతవరకు. ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయకపోతే కష్టం బాబు. Okay, what about the people online? Any doubts still here?
We completed the vendor master creation, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Up to practicing complete the vendor master, sir. There is no problem in that, sir.
Okay, so try to practice it. Otherwise, just listening will not work in case of SAP.
Sir,
So that
we
is
are
my.
practicing.
Okay, okay. So others also try to practice it, and if you have any queries, please come back to me so that we will be able to discuss.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, just listening will not work in case of SAP.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so let us. So the next topic. So the next topic is the transaction based upon the organizational structure configuration and the various types of master data we were able to create. Then we need to do the transactional data creation. So what is transactional data? So the transactional data is nothing but a
There's all.
execution of the various business scenarios. So what are the business scenario number one? So we discussed, right? So the business scenario number one is procurement of the materials for the stock purpose. Procurement of materials for stock purpose. So this is the scenario number one. So within this scenario, what are the steps that are involved? So it is almost the steps that are involved in the procurement cycle only. So the step number one, the P2P cycle, which we have discussed, right? Same steps will be having here itself as well. So the step number one is create a purchase requisition. Create purchase requisition. Create purchase requisition. How my system will come to know that I am trying to do the procurement of the material for the stock purpose? It is with the item category and the account assignment category. So while creating the purchase requisition, if I put item category as blank and account assignment category as blank, account assignment category as blank, then my system will be able to understand this particular scenario as a procurement of the materials for the stock purpose or the storage purpose. I will be buying the material and storing in the storage department for some period of time, which is nothing but a procurement of the materials for the stock purpose. So I will be creating a purchase requisition, then I will be conferring the release strategy for the purchase requisitions as a step number one. Release strategy or the approval mechanism. Approval mechanism for purchase requisitions. Okay, so within the step we have a create purchase requisition and release strategy or the approval mechanism for the purchase requisitions. Then what is step number two? So step number two is vendor selection process. Vendor selection process. As a part of vendor selection process, you need to create a request for quotation. You need to create 3 requests for quotations against 3 different vendors. Create request for quotations against 3 different vendors. Then maintain quotations. Okay, so you need to maintain the quotations. Then compare quotations and select one of the best vendor. Compare quote and select best vendor. So here also you can have the release mechanism for the request for quotations. So release process for RFQ or the request for quotes. Okay, so then what else we have? What is the step number 3? So step number 3 is, again, is the best selected vendor. You need to create various procurement documents, like create contract. So within contract, we have a quantity contract and the value contract. So you need to create a quantity contract or value contract. Also, you can create a scheduling agreement. Okay, so within the scheduling agreement, you have a normal scheduling agreement, or you have a scheduling agreement with release. With release scheduling agreement. So scheduling agreement with release. Okay, so then you can have the release process for the contract, scheduling agreement, and the release process for contract, scheduling agreement, and the quantity contract and the value contract. Release process for contract and scheduling agreement. Okay, so apart from this, then we have a step number 5. Step number 5 is, step number 4 is create a purchase order. Create purchase order or PO, purchase order. Then you have a release process for the purchase orders. So release procedure for the purchase orders. Then step number 5. So step number 5 is goods receipt process. Then step number 6 is invoice verification. Then step number 7 is payment run. Payment run. So these are the steps that are involved in the procurement of the materials for the stock purpose. So every cycle will have these steps. Every business process will have these many steps, but there are some minor differences between each and every process. Okay, so let us now discuss about the procurement of the materials for the stock purpose. So here, the scenario number 1 is step number 1 is create purchase requisition. So how I can create a purchase requisition? What is the configuration I need to do it for the purchase requisition? So purchase requisition creation, we need to do the configuration. What configuration I have to do? I need to create purchase requisition document types. Create purchase requisition document types, then create number ranges. Number range, then assign number range to the document types. To doc types. Okay, so these are the steps that are involved in the scenario step number 1. What are the SAP standard purchase requisition document types? We have some SAP standard document types, like NB is the SAP standard purchase requisition document type. Then FO is the SAP standard, nothing but a framework order purchase requisition. Framework order purchase requisition is also the SAP standard requisition document type. Then you have UB also SAP standard purchase requisition document type for stock transport orders. STO is nothing but stock transport orders. If you want, you can use SAP standard document types, or you can create your own document types. Okay, let me try to create one my document type, and I need to create a number ranges, and I need to assign these number ranges to the document types. Where we will do that? Let us see. We will go to the SPRO. We will normally play around with SPRO and the front end menu. Okay, so as a functional consultant, you are going to do the configurations, or you are going to do the transactional data. Two things you have to do it at any moment of time. Let me go to the SPRO screen, and I will go to the SAP reference implementation guide. Okay, so then you have a materials management. You have a materials management. Then go to the purchasing. Then go to the purchase requisition. Then go to the define document types. Define number ranges, then define document types. I will define the number range, like how I define the number range in case of material master, etc. The same way we have to do it, but here it is a little bit easy, not that much complicated. Okay, so I need to find it out. Let us say I am trying to maintain a number range that is 3 all zeros to 89999, like that. It is an internal number range. So the number range integer which I have created is 13. So the number range integer I have created as a 13. It starts with 3 all zeros and it is going to end with 8999, like that. Means by using this number range series, I will be able to create a purchase requisitions of these many numbers. I can create a purchase requisitions of 59999. Those many numbers of requisitions I will be able to create. So I just save it, which is nothing but a internal number range. So I can save it over here. Now I will go back and I will try to create a defined document type. I will go to the defined document types. So I will take SAP standard document type, that is NB. I can select, I will copy as, so I will create 9NB. And the number range integer I am going to give it over here as 13. So 9NB is now created and I will save it. So I will try to create a purchase requisition document type creation configuration for data. So I can give some naming convention over here. So I just created a 9NB is the document type, right? So I created 9NB. Like that, you can create your own document types. Okay, so I also assigned the number range 13 to the document type 9NB. So this particular configuration is now done. 13 to 9NB configuration is now done. Now I want to create a purchase requisition. What are the transaction codes that are available in creating the purchase requisition? So let me get into the system. I will go to the front end menu. So I will go to the logistics, materials management, purchasing, purchase requisition. ME51N is to create a purchase requisition. ME52N to change a purchase requisition. ME53N to display a requisition. Mass maintenance of the requisitions. I created 100 requisitions. I wanted to change some changes to all the requisitions in one go. I will use ME mass RQ. Then approval mechanism for the purchase requisitions. Individual approval of the requisition ME54N. Mass release of the purchase requisitions ME55. Release reminders to the requisitions ME5F. List of requisitions ME5A. Okay, so these are the transaction codes that are involved in the purchase requisition creation. So I will go to the ME51N to create a requisition, and a requisition will have the header level data and the item overview and the item details. So I will select a purchase requisition document type as NB, 9NB, right? I created 9NB. So in the header level data, I need to select the relevant purchase requisition document type, which I am trying to create. So here you can specify some information to the procurement department. You want to write something, you can write over here to the, let us say I am the production department person, supervisor. I am raising a requisition for some of the materials. So how I will write? I need to select a requisition document type, then followed by the header note to the procurement department. Following materials are quite urgent. Please procure them immediately. Thanks, production department, like that. Any communication, if you want to give it to the procurement department, you can write it down over here in the header level data of the purchase requisition. Okay, so let me compress this. Now I am under the item overview. I can create a purchase requisition for 999 line items. In one purchase requisition, I can request the procurement department to buy 900 and different line items. So I will take 2 materials over here, or 5 materials. Let me take. So under IN47, I have these many materials, right? Okay, what I will do, I will try to I can create a requisition for, let us say, these many line items. So I am going to put it over here. Account assignment category and the item category will be blank in case of the standard normal procurement scenario. So I want to buy these individual materials. How much quantity? Let us say I want to buy these 50 numbers. I am the production supervisor. I need these materials. So I am raising a request upon procurement department for these much quantities. What is the manufacturing location for which I am trying to buy these materials? The manufacturing location of the plant is IN47. So I will just also, what is the storage location for these materials I am trying to give? Let us say 0001. What is the purchasing group? Purchasing group is nothing but the person responsible to buy these materials at the procurement department. Who is the person requesting these materials from the production department? Let us say Mr. Ram someone. He is the production supervisor trying to buy these materials so that he is going to raise a requisition to the procurement department. If I wanted to track all these requisition line items by one unique identification number, I can give tracking number. Anything I can give tracking number 1000. So I can give anything. And desired vendor, I want to buy these materials from the vendor 7030. So I can put it over here. Means I am raising a requisition. I can suggest to the procurement department these materials should be purchased from 7030 vendor. But who is the fixed vendor to buy these materials? Let us say 7024. He is the vendor normally supplying the materials, but 7030 is the preferred vendor for this particular requisition. Supplying plant will be coming into picture in case of the stock transfer purchase requisitions, but here it is not a stock transfer purchase requisition, so I am keeping it as blank. Purchase organization relevant for this particular procurement, IN 47. If you have any contract for these materials already, you can mention the contract over here for all these materials. So let me see if there is any contract available so that I will be able to mention the contract for these materials. So what is the transaction code to see the list of contracts? That is ME. What is the transaction code to see the open contracts? Can anyone tell? So the ME3L, right? ME3L or ME3M. ME3M is the list of open contracts for a material. Let us say these are the materials. For these materials, I just wanted to see if there is any contract opened for the plant and the purchase organization combination. So that I will select that particular contract and mention it in the, we don't have any contract available. So I'm not going to maintain any contract over here and the contract item. So there is no existing contract available. If you have a existing contract, you can specify the contract and the contract line item number. You have any info record? If you have any info record, mention the info record. What I will do, I will try to quickly create a purchase contract and one info record, and we will maintain it over here just for your understanding purpose. So the contract creation transaction code is ME31K. Vendor is 7030. Contract type is MK. So we haven't gone to the contract. We will see. In the coming sections, we are going to discuss about the creation of the contract as well. But for the time being, I am trying to maintain the contract quickly. You will come to know, no need to worry. So we are going to discuss how to create a contract. So I can create the contract for all these materials. So I'm going to create a contract for all these materials of quantity, let us say 10,000. So what is the net price? So 6021 is the contract line item, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. These are the line items and this is the contract. So I will just click on enter button. So I just save it. So here for 6021, the contract will be the and the contract item will be 10, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. But what is the contract? I will now try to save it. So this is the contract number, right? 4650147. So this is the contract. So contract and the contract line item number 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, so this item is contract line item number 10, and this is contract line item number 20, 30, 40, 50, like that. Okay, so then what is the info record? I will try to quickly create one info record for at least for one material. So I will go to the ME 11 transaction code. I want to create an info record for the material 6021, and I want to create a standard info record. So I just created the info record 5300011089. So I can give the info record number over here for the material which I have created. That is 5300011089. Like that, you can create your own info record and give it over here. So I think here also we need to specify the fixed vendor as a 7030 only. It is not accepting. Since you have a contract created for 7030, it is asking to maintain the 7030 for all the line items. Let me try to maintain. What is the problem over here for the line item number 3? Enter valuation price. Okay. Okay, so like this, you need to create a multiple line items within the line item details of the purchase requisition. Then you have a item details. In the item details, again you can maintain the material data, quantities, valuation, source of supply, etc. For every line item number, means I have a 7 line items in the purchase requisition. So these are the details related to the line item number 1. That is nothing but a crankshaft. Again, further details. See, line item number 10 is crankshaft. For this particular line item number 10, if I wanted to see the further information, like what is the material number, what is the short description, what is the material group, okay, so then what is the quantity that you are trying to request via this particular requisition, and what is the valuation price, what is the price for each crankshaft, and what is the total value of the requisition line item number 1. So I am requesting 5 pieces, 50 pieces, every piece is of 5 rupees. So 5 multiplied by 50, it will be a 250 rupees is the line item number 10 value. And who is the source of supply? Source of supply is nothing but the vendor from which you are going to buy the materials is nothing but a source of supply. So I can see the source of supply as 2 info records maintained here. Okay, so this is the info record which we have maintained. So this is the vendor who is going to supply the material to me. Again, it's the line item number 10. And status of the requisition. If I create a purchase order against this particular requisition, I will be able to see it over here. Or if I create a contract, I will be able to see the latest status of the purchase requisition. But here I am not able to see the status because I am just trying to start created the requisition, but there is no further documents created against this particular requisition. That is the reason I see everything is blank over here. Then contact person details. Let us say Mr. Ram is the person from the production department. He is raising this particular requisition for the line item number 10, and the tracking number is this one. The purchasing group is this one, and the purchasing group telephone number is this one. And you can select the MRP controller or nothing but the planner. So for the IN47 plant, 001 is the MRP controller or the planner. In the item level also, so here you can maintain so many informations. So for the line item number 10, if I wanted to communicate some information at the item level, this particular text which you are maintaining is specific to the line item number. It is not specific to the complete requisition. You can maintain any information over here, item text, item notes, or delivery related information, material PO text, and request for proposal. So any details if you want to maintain, you can maintain at the item level, but this particular information is specific to the line item which you are maintaining at the item details. But whatever may be the header text you maintain, this is relevant for entire purchase requisition. Okay, so the delivery address is nothing but a plant address. When the supplier is trying to deliver the material against this particular requisition, what is the place where he is going to deliver? He is going to deliver the material for plant IN47. So here you will see the address of the plant IN47. Okay, so like this, you need to maintain the item details for the line item number 20. So line item number 20, line item number 30, line item number 40. So like that, you can maintain the information for 7 line items over here in the item details. I will now try to click on check, and I will try to save this particular requisition. So my requisition is now created, that is 370. So my starting number of the requisition is, this is the one, right? So it has allocated a requisition number of 370 for the first and foremost requisition, which I try to create it now. So this is the requisition number 1. So this requisition I created it manually. If I wanted to create a requisition with reference to this particular requisition, I can also create quickly. So I will go to the document overview on. I want to create one more requisition with reference to the existing requisition. How I can create? I will select the relevant document number over here, that is 9NB, and this is the purchase requisition. I want to copy this requisition and create altogether a new requisition. Then what I have to do, I will select this and I will go to the adopt. See, my requisition is automatically copied over here. Again, if I want to multiple lines, if I want to include, I can include like this. So I will just save it. So this is the one of the quickest way of creating a requisition. So the second requisition that is being created has a number assigned to it is a 3601. Then you can create one more requisition if required. Like that, you can create multiple requisition with reference to the existing requisitions. Okay, so then what are the tables that are getting updated when you create a requisition? The table that is getting updated is EBAN is the table. EBAN is the table for the purchase requisitions. Purchase requisitions table. So I will go to the SC11 and I will try to see the table. So I will go to SC11 and I will go to the EBAN. EBAN is the table. So I will go to the display and I will input. I will go to the contents. So 370s to 3601. So let me get into the table. So this is the table, right? So I created a requisition 3000, all zeros with 7 line items and 3 is all zeros 1 for the 14 line items. So all the details are getting updated in this particular EBAN table for the purchase requisitions which I have created now. So this is the line item number 1, line item number 20, 30, 40, 50, 70 like that. So I will be able to see the table EBAN got updated over here for the requisition which I have created. Okay, so are you getting any doubts?
Sir, what is the MRP controller?
MRP controller is nothing but a planner. Planner means if you go to any one of the company, so there will be one person who will be doing the planning related activities. So MRP controller is nothing but a planner who will be doing the planning within the manufacturing plant. One plant will have one planner. His work is to do the planning.
Oh,
So the next topic in the purchase requisition is a release strategy. We were able to create a purchase requisition. Then the next activity is the release strategy for the purchase requisitions, right?
Sir, I have one more doubt, sir.
Hmm.
Here we have given the purchase requisition manually. In case
Hmm.
of automatic PR, how the system will generate automatic PR?
So that requires some other settings. Okay, so it is a production planning as well as consultant responsibility. Both needs to work and do that, along with some simple configuration, some backend logic or the development. Okay, it requires a little bit of development. So if you do that particular development and do some of the settings in the material master data, the requisitions will be automatically created. Okay, that also we will see, but it requires some development. Okay, but I can give you some overview how it will work, but we will not be able to do the development here. Why? Because we don't have a technical consultant in our training, right? So we will see that as well. But the next process, the next step in the procurement cycle is a release strategy. Okay, so release strategy, it will take a little bit of at least one class. So we can continue further in the Monday. Tomorrow there will be some special class on LSMW. We have left with in between during the previous session. So we will be able to do that particular LSMW functionality. And from Monday onwards, we will start with the release strategy configuration, etc. Okay, so any doubts? Tomorrow 7 to 8, I will have a special class. So you please try to join with the same link which I shared to you earlier, 7 a.m. in the morning. Okay, so thank you for joining the call. We can meet tomorrow. So try to practice it and let me know if you are facing any issues in the topic still we discussed as on today. Okay, then thank you. Bye bye.